Good morning, everybody. This is going to be an achieve hunt for 2000 gamer score for the game Mystic Pathways that has been published and provided to me by AFIL Games. There are 3 stacks of this title: Xbox One, Xbox Series and Windows, all of which have 2000 gamer score. So we are going to get into it. But before we start, let's just check our options. Right, let's increase our cursor speed. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's start the clock. Now. Okay, there we go. That's going to go there, isn't it? This is popping a buttload of achievements. And we're going to need one there, so if we put a thing there, we can curve them around like that. There we go. Right, you can't rotate that, so that... Oh, that's new. Okay, no, that's going to be one of those. That's going to be one of those. Okay, so you would go, you need to be straight, you need to be straight, and then we're going to rotate you around. There we go. Right, so we put you there, we put you there, we put you there. Dink dink. Right, we'll put you there. We'll put you there. We'll put you there. We'll put you there, and we'll switch you two around. There you go. Oh, what are we up to score-wise? 320. Right, okay. Okay, we're going to put you there, we'll put you there, put you there, we'll put you there, we'll rotate you around. Then I'm going to put you there, I'm going to put you there, then I'm going to need to put that there, then that's going to have to go like that, that's going to have to go like that, you're going to have to go there like that, and there's your pathway. Okay. Okay, right. So if we have that there to do a crossover, that would mean that would have to go like that. We'd need a curve there. You'd go down like that, you'd curve that. Then I'd probably have to do that, so that would have to go like that. You would have to go like this. You'd go there, you'd go there, you'd go there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, right, well that's going to have to turn there. Then we're going to have to put you here like that. You're going to have to go straight. You're going to have to curve. Okay, and then you're going to have to curve like that. That's another 90G. We'll put you there for a second. You're going to have to go there. You're going to have to go there. Right, let's work out the pieces that we know are right, and then we can go from there. Right, that's going to have to be straight. That's going to have to be straight. That's going to be a curve. That needs to be a curve, so we'll put that there. Right, I'm going to say that that's supposed to go like that and that. So, if we did that, we'll put that there. Well, that leaves that, though, doesn't it? So what if we did it like that instead? That puts that there like that. Then we can put that there like that, that. And I think that's right. Okay, right, we'll start with you. Right, you've got to go there, you've got to go there. Boink, 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 boink. Right. So, those are right. That is going to have to be that. That's going to have to be that. Okay, so that's got to be there. Right, okay, that's got to be there. Right, what if we did that and then that? Well, that'd just go straight into there. I'd miss... Actually, there is probably an achievement for doing that, isn't there? Actually, no, there isn't. Okay. Okay, so what if we did... Well, that would have to go there, wouldn't it? So if we did that, we put that there like that, then we could have that there. That could be a straight there. That would have to be there. So maybe that needs to go like that. That looks right. Okay, we has portals. Now we're playing with portals. Supposedly. Froggos! Dink. Okay, that's going to have to be there. That's going to have to do that. That's got to be straight. If we put that there. Then we could go bonk, 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 bonk. Right, okay. Oh, hang on. Right, so if I did that, that's going to put me into there, and that's going to do that there like that. There we go. Got there in the end. Okie dokie. Right, put you straight. We're going to have to put you there. I can see that from here. Right, so that's going to go there. That's going to go there like that. Dink, 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 and we're done. Bloody hell. Okay, right. Okay, well, whatever that is, that's going to have to go around there. So that's going to have to go like that. That's got to be straight. That's got to curve round there. That's got to curve round there, which means that's probably going to involve that. So if we did that... Nope, we can't do that. That's got to be straight. So that's got to be straight. That's got to be straight. So... let's put that there just for a second. Right. Now if we did that, and then we did that... no, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, let's just work this out. So if we did that, so that would come up like that. That would go there. That would go there. Then that could curve like that. That could go like that. That could go like that. And that could go like that. And that would be correct. Okay, so if we're doing that, that's going to come around there. That's going to come around there. No, I want a straight piece. There we go. That's going to go around there. That's going to go around there. And that's going to be there. So if we do that, then that, then that, then that. Then if we put that there, that's going to come out there. So, if we did that... That couldn't come out there, could it? Okay, let's work this out. Right. Now, if we did that... so I'd have to come there, wouldn't it? So if we put that there... that would end up going like that. That could go like that. Then we could put that straight there. So Fairy's going to come out and go there, which is going to then spit them out here. Okay, so that would be there like that. Then we'd do that. Which means I've got way too many curves here somewhere. Okay, let's think about this. Right. Okay. So if I did that, flick that round there instead, that could go like that. Right, so that would go like that. And then like that. Does that work? Yeah, that works. I'm not sure if that's the intended solution, but it works. If I'm looking at it right. I'm 99% sure that is not the intended solution. But I'll take it. Right, okay. So we're going to need a cross there. Nope, that's got to be that one. Can't be anything else. So that then means that that's got to go straight, that's got to go straight, that's got to go there. Which means that's going to have to go there because that's going to go there. Which means that that would be there, that would be there, that would be there. Right? Okay, so if we put a straight there, that's got to come there, which means we're going to need that, which means that's got to be straight as well. So if we're doing a turn there, that's going to have to go there, which means that straight is going to have to, oops, that straight is going to have to go there. You can go back there, which means you're going to have to go there. We're going to have to put a curve down here, and another curve there, and a straight there, curve there, ding, and then, so we could do curve there, ding, ding, and there we're done. Okay. Right, well that's got to go there. That's got to go there. That's undoubtable. So that's right. Okay. That's going to have to go there because that's the only thing that can go there. Which means that's got to go there as well. So that's got to be a curve down here. Which means that's got to be a curve. Which means it's probable that that's going to have to be that, that, and that. So if we then put that there, which would make sense, we could put that there, then we're going to need that X to go there, which means that's going to be straight curve. Okay, and then that X will go there, which means we'd need a curve there. Dink, 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 done. Logic. Right, what do we have left? Reach Crystal Caverns, activate altars. I don't know what the altars are. I guess... oh, that must be the levels. Use shuffle for the first time. Use shuffle 10. Use hint 10. 25 pulls. Okay, so... 1. Let's just use this then whilst we're here. 2. 3. 4. 1. 2. 5, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 9 and 10. Right, so that's those achievements out of the way. Right. Okay. Dink, dink, dink. Yes, I am fully aware that there is a solution for the levels, and I am also fully aware that I indeed did not pay attention to them. Honestly, because I don't really feel that I actually needed them to work it out. But if I get stuck, we can use them. Okay, so we can put that there like that, right? So that, oh, wrong one. So that's going to go around there, and then that's going to have to come there, which means that one's going to need to have that there. And if that's true, that's going to have to come there like that, which means that's actually wrong. That's going to have to go like there, 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 which means we would need to do that, and then that, and that is clearly where one of those is going to go, because that's going to go bump, 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 which means that's going to have to go there, that's going to have to go there, that's going to have to go there, dink, 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 and then we are going to put, right, that straight's got to go there, which means if we did that, that would go like that, wouldn't it? Which means straight would have to go there like that, and then that. Let me just see the hint. Is that right? Look at that. It is. Fantastic. I'm guessing the altars are at the end of the levels. These things. Yeah. I'm assuming that is what the altar is. Right, okay, you can go there like that. We're going to put a straight there. Actually, this is probably going to have a lot of crisscrosses, isn't it? Okay, where's the other X? There's the other X. That's going to have to go there like that. So if we did that, and then that, yeah, this is going to be where they all crisscross, isn't it? It's going to be like a gene sequence. Da-da! Otherwise known as DNA. Thank you, Milton Jones, for that one. We now have 2 fairies. Okay. No, switch those around, you stupid. There we go. Also, squirrel. 25 magic portals activate 30 altars, so completing 30 levels. Okay. We'll put you there. We'll put you there. No, actually, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to put that there, judging by how this looks. So now I'm going to put that there. That is going to go there as a straight piece. Then we're going to put that there. And I'm going to put that there. Oh, I was way off. I was way off of where I was thinking. Okay. Okay, that's clear. That needs to be there, which means that has to be there. Straight, curve, curve, and then we need another straight there. Okay, so ding, ding, ding. Right, that's going to go there. That's going to have to be there, which means that's going to have to go there, which means that's going to have to be straight, and that's going to have to curve, which means we're going to need to have an X there, which means that's going to go around there. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. You're going to rotate around there. We need a curve there. We're actually going to need to put that curve back down there as well. Then we're going to have the X go there with a curve, which means we're probably going to have that go there like that, which means that's going to go there like that. That's got to be straight. That's got to be curved. That's got to be curved. Then that is going to be a curve up there like that, which means... I've gone wrong somewhere. Oh, it wasn't that far away. It was just two pieces. Okay. Okay, so that is also going to have to go there. That's going to have to go there. Because it can't... Actually, that could be an X. Okay, so if we did... That surely can't be right, just putting that straight in there. No, it's not. No wonder it didn't look quite right to me. Okay, in which case then, we'll put that there like that. Right, there was the thing... I don't even care that I'm using the hints now. That was there, wasn't it? Yes, it was. That was a curve as well. That was a straight. And then we had another curve there. We had the X there. Okay, right, that's going to have to go there, that's going to have to go there, which means that's probably going to end up being a straight there, which means that's probably going to be a straight. No, that's going to have to literally be a curve. That's probably going to be there like that. Which means it's going to have one there as well, which means it's going to have one there, which means that's going to have to come like that, that's going to have to go like that, and then that's going to have to go like that, which means that's probably going to end up being like this, question mark. We need another X there, and we need one there, and that's just to rotate around, which is fine. There we go. I was mostly right. Okie dokie. Right, that's going to have to be straight because we can't change that, which means that's going to have to be like that, which means we're going to need another X there, which means that's going to have to be a straight, which means that one's going to have to be an X as well. And we can rotate that around like that. That's going to have to go like that. That's going to have to be a curve as well then. So if we're doing that, that's going to have to be a curve. That's going to have to be a curve. That's going to have to be a curve. And then that's going to have to go there like that. Dink, dink, dink. Dink, dink. I've got something wrong here. Because I'm left with a straight. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm legitimately just going to be using the hints now to finish off. Right, that's there. That needs to be one, and then that needs to be one as well. Okay. So we need an X there. We need a curve there. That needs to be a straight. Okay. That needs to be an X. Oops. And that one needs to be an X as well, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That needs to be that. You need to be that. That's fine. You need to be a curve. You need to be a straight. You need to be a curve. You need to be a straight. You need to be a curve. You need to be an X. That needs to be a straight and a curve. There we go. You need to be a curve. You need to be a curve. You need to be a curve. You need to be in that. You need to be that. You're there like that. There we go. Okay, what do we have left? Activate 30 altars. So I'm guessing I mean, I've already done that with the double ends, but I'm guessing it actually means 30 levels. So we can just, we can just go through these and that needs a straight, that's fine. That needs a crossroads, curve, and then that needs a straight. Well, that's going to be curves all the way around there, isn't it? So let's put them over there. We got that going there. That's got to go there. That's going there. That's going there. That's going up like that. You're going like that. You're going like that. You're going like that. And we're done. Okay. Okay, straight and curve. That needs to be a curve, so we'll just go from the top. Okay, so that needs to be a curve. That's fine. That needs to be a curve. That's fine. That's going to have to be a straight then. Yes, yes, yes. Straight, curve, another curve, and then that needs to be one of those. That's going to have to be there. That's going to go there. You're going to go there. You are going to go there. Then you're going to go there with a curve. You're also going to go there with a curve, which means that's going to have to go there. That needs to be a straight. That needs to be that. Okay. You need to be there. Right. This should be the last achievement, I would hope. Yep, stop the clock. Anyway, thank you AFIL Games for providing the code, and I hope this achievement has helped you guys.